All right. Since YouTube apparently doesn't like my bulletin I put up, I'll do a real quick video here. Um, as you may have seen, Wall Street having big troubles here. They just activated 2-hour circuit breakers, which means, according to their own guidelines, and I'll show you below, that means that the Dow was set to lose over 2,400 points. Their 1 hour is for a 1,200 point drop. So, as you can see, we're looking at Europe. Greece is just on the verge of imploding. They're having riots over there right now. Banks over there, Barclays Bank in England, they just reported that they have big problems in their one of their wealth creation units or something. I'll have to pull that article up again, but real bad news. And this stuff it just shows with a danger of a 2,400 point drop how imaginary all this stuff is. And I think that they're in big trouble now. I mean, I think that they're so far behind on these timelines. I mean, just take Libya, for example. It was like 3 months ago when they had this big Tomahawk strike and all this. And Gaddafi, he was supposed to be out within 48 hours, they said. Well, they're still over there. They're just spinning their wheels. And what we're supposed to do next is, oh, yeah, well, we're going to go into Syria next, and then Iran and all this stuff. It's like, well, who are you going in there with? Our military, they're stretched to the max. They got the lowest morale of all time. And now we're going to, double and triple our war efforts when they're getting their asses handed to them in Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya. So they just ended this Bilderberg meeting again, which I think they probably just said, well, we're just throwing it all up in the air and we'll see where the chips land. They're too far along. They're way past the point of no return. And I think that they still don't know what to do about Americans. I was just watched a couple of videos last night where, oh yeah, the elites, well, they just laughing at Americans. Well, when you're facing off against the enemy, it's not very good to just concentrate on your lowest common denominator, because there's millions and millions of Americans who are armed, prepared, and they see that too. So they can sit here and laugh at the, Joe six-pack guys who just care about, who's going to play, a sport this evening. That's a pretty big mistake, though, because although you have millions of them, what are you going to do against the millions of people who have not been buying this and have not been charging up their, credit cards on, consumer stocks and all this, Gap T-shirts. This morning I just had to laugh. There was a big deal about this Pandora. It was an IPO, right? That thing's lost almost 50% today, but that was supposed to be a big deal and great news and all this. Things lost 50% since this morning. So anyway, I'm going to leave you this little article on these circuit breakers that you can check out and see what's going on, because they're sure not going to tell you. Anyway, thanks. Bye.